Once Black Lives Matter stop making money,
Yeah,
they don't matter no more.
It don't matter anymore. Exactly. And that's what these corporations were doing. That's what Vought was doing in this show. And that's what corporations do all the time. They just profit off of people's morality.
Yeah, so you really can't trust the stance of any corporation, but it's even relevant to celebrities too.
Right.
Like one guy that I had a lot of trust in.
Welcome back to the No Script Pod. Today we're talking about season 1 of The Boys.
Yes, we are. And I think season 1 of The Boys is a breath of fresh air in superhero media.
Mm-hmm.
You know, none of this good guy shit.
No.
Right? This show shows what it would actually be like if superheroes were real.
Oh, yeah.
And it delivers some good social commentary.
Right.
Just like the Boondock, South Park, Cat Williams interview. It's real good.
Mm-hmm.
But season 1 in particular explores some very relevant things today.
Yeah.
The first one being celebrity worship.
Yeah.
Never meet your heroes.
No, never do that.
Because they never what you expect them to be.
Mm-mm. I mean, that's literally what that first episode is. The very first episode, Huey has A-Train's posters on the wall. That's his hero.
Yeah.
He meets him in a pretty horrific manner, right? Starlight is another one. And she meets the Deep. And she ends up having to,
give him a little head.
Give him a little head. Yeah. And
keep her roll.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Even though he's lying the entire time saying that he's second in charge or whatnot, but really he's just the fish guy.
One of the more relevant things is that the line between politician and celebrity is starting to blur.
Right.
Donald Trump is our president.
Right.
And we got a former WWE superstar as our Secretary of Education.
I didn't even know that.
You didn't know this shit?
No, I didn't even know
Linda McMahon.
Man.
I ain't no telling how many fucking concussions she got.
Yeah, man, I done tuned out of everything that's going on.
This bitch done got hit in the head with a steel chair.
Yeah.
Microphones, sledgehammers. She can be our Secretary of Education, though.
Yeah, you could be a felon and be president of the United States.
That is very true, man. It's to the point that no matter what they do, they'll get away with it.
Oh, yeah.
They can sweep it under a rug because they got teams of people dedicated.
That.
It's like that Epstein's list, man.
I find them to be the scariest people in the show. And it's because it's so real. Like it's happening in real life. Corporations are really lobbying and paying people off.
I mean, it's just a monetization of celebrity nature.
Right. Monetizing morality.
Yeah. That's what it's about, man.
Yeah. And it's not about actually creating the perfect people. It's about creating the idea of the perfect person. They created a caricature of Superman, but there was no ma and pa to raise him. They created Super, but they forgot to raise the man. Yeah,
because none of that matters, man. Homelander bring in a lot of money. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I think you can get away with a whole lot.
Yeah.
If you make money.
They don't care that the leader of the church movement or whatnot is really a freak.
Yeah, not only a freak, a gay freak.
Yeah.
Like T.D. Jakes.
Yeah.
Somebody told me T.D. Jakes had sex with P. Diddy on a waterbed.
Man. That's kind of crazy.
It's pretty crazy, man. Yeah. Not only did he cheat on his wife, he cheated on his wife with a man. And he's a preacher.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the show does. It does social commentary so well. It's having a superhero be this priest or whatnot, or it has Homelander as, performative baptism and stuff like that. It has all these moments, but it's talking about real life scenarios. I mean, there's really priests, pastors out here that are doing that. And another point that this show brings up is performative politics.
Absolutely, man. Especially the 7.
Oh, yeah.
Because they all know the corruption that Vought is, and they play their part willingly.
Oh, yeah. Even when Starlight doesn't know initially, but she ends up, she just turns a blind eye to everything that they do.
What do you think that's about, man? Because Starlight is built up to be like this really good girl.
Well, I think she is, but I think she, like any other human, has flaws, and she wants to be famous, and she also wants to make change. So it's one of those things where she can't do that without Vought, really. Or she doesn't think she can do it without Vought, at least at that point. She's talking about how why would anybody want to join the 7 besides just doing good, being a superhero.
Mhm.
So she thinks that the only way to really make impactful change is to be a part of the Seven. So I don't
Mm.
think she's a bad person. I just think, she has flaws.
What about like once she sees what the Seven is actually up to? Like, why do you think she stays for so long?
Well, I mean, I can only speak on season 1. She doesn't even realize until the last episode that Vought is manufacturing superheroes. She was sexually assaulted, and so she kind of, for a few episodes, goes along with it. But she eventually, when she goes to that church thing, she tears that entire thing apart.
Would that
She
not be
exposes.
enough for you though? Like if a man told you, man, if you want this job, you gotta give me a little head.
I mean, I'd probably just get a new job. I also didn't idolize this superhero, I guess. Maybe if I idolize some female superhero, I get there and she's like, you gotta have sex with me in order to, I'd be like, should I do it without any reward? So, I mean, it would be a win-win for me potentially, but
Yeah.
it's a little bit different for her. But it is still talking about real world scenarios still.
Mhm.
Harvey Weinstein, stuff like that. People in positions of power using that to sexually abuse women.
It's another thing I want to bring up on that topic.
Mhm.
You have Vought that takes advantage of real social issues
Yeah.
for corporate gain.
Mhm.
What you think about that, man?
I think it's such a great social commentary on today because that's really what these corporations do. I'm thinking
Absolutely.
back at like a prime example is the George Floyd incident. When that happened, everything went rampant as far as like Black Lives Matter, which, is a good movement and a good idea, but these corporations, they just used it for profit because it was profitable at the time. They made a bunch of commercials about Black Lives Matter and about how there needs to be police reform. Man, once the hype died down, once it wasn't, cool to talk about on the internet, man, you ain't never seen a commercial about it since. When's the last time you seen McDonald's make a commercial about Black Lives Matter?
Once Black Lives Matter stop making money, they don't matter no more.
It don't matter anymore. Exactly. And that's what these corporations were doing. That's what Vought was doing in this show. And that's what corporations do all the time. They just profit off of people's morality.
Yeah, so you really can't trust the stance of any corporation, but it's even relevant to celebrities too.
Right.
Like one guy that I had a lot of trust in, RFK, man.
Right.
I damn near voted for this guy.
Yeah.
And then he dropped out of the race and he endorsed the campaign that probably went against his campaign the most. And when he did it, he said, well, I would have sided with Kamala, but she wouldn't talk with me.
Right.
So he's just like one of those guys that sacrifices his dignity for power.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all like celebrities and corporations are.
Another thing this show does is they talk about how evil corporations are. We find out later in the end that they're artificially creating these superheroes with Compound V.
Yeah.
But not only that, once they raise them, they basically raise them like, farm animals in their little system. And anytime they commit any crimes, they cover it up. They create terrorists. It's all about profit. They manipulate politics. They bribe, blackmail, and do awful things to politicians. If they disagree, you got a superhero that wipes them out. And I think probably their biggest crime is what they do to their main prize fighter, Homelander. They raise him as a lab rat, and then they're surprised at the monster that he turns out to be. Then instead of actually creating Clark Kent, they don't raise him into the man that Clark Kent was. They just create him with superpowers.
Well, I think they just treated Homelander as a product instead of a person.
Yeah.
And they never took into consideration the effect all of that punishment would have on his mental.
Right.
Like they just wanted him to be powerful, the most powerful hero. They own him.
Right. And they do that for all the heroes. Instead of actually demanding that these people be the best of us, they'd rather just make it so that the image of them is the best of us and then wipe away the crimes that they commit.
Why do you think that is, though? Like, don't you think it would be more profitable and easier for Vought if the supers were good people?
Potentially, but I think that also, I mean, if they were to raise them like that, then they wouldn't maybe be able to maximize their power. that could be one of the reasons why.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not too sure why they wouldn't, but you know,
Let me
it's
tell you what
just
I think, right?
yeah.
I don't think it's Vought.
Mm,
It's them.
it's the heroes.
It's the heroes.
Think
You
so?
let anybody get away with so much for so long, then they'll think that they can do anything to anybody.
Well, yeah, but I mean, wouldn't it be Vaught's fault for letting them get away with it if they nipped it in the bud and punished them for being evil?
Well,
Wouldn't
then they wouldn't have a product then. But why do they have to do these immoral things?
that?
Because they know they'll get away with it. They
Yeah.
have entire teams of people dedicated to sweeping shit under the rug for them.
Right.
So why wouldn't they be bad people?
Yeah. I mean, but there's also just a bunch of celebrities. Like, I mean, we're talking about, not that we know who Terrence Crawford is, but he just seems like a stand-up guy.
He probably a piece of shit.
Maybe.
I think damn near every celebrity a piece of shit, man.
Yeah, but I feel like, I mean, maybe they're all piece of shit, but I think they're probably no bigger pieces of shit than any other human. They just have more power. If all of us had
No,
the
don't
money
put
and
me
power.
in this shit, man. Cause you couldn't invite me to Epstein's Island.
Sure,
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
go.
but I don't think Terrence Crawford went to Epstein's Island.
Maybe like a P. Diddy party. I would have went one of those. I would just stayed out the camera though. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like the kid shit, I don't understand why we sweeping that under the rug like it don't matter. Somebody told me that Stephen Hawkins was on Epstein Island's list. I said, they done told us this nigga can't move, walk, talk, or nothing.
Oh, yeah.
What he doing there?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They say it's all a act. That nigga stand up, snap his jaw back in place and shit.
Man, I'm just trying to imagine whenever he got that little typing thing. Come here, baby. Can
Nah,
you?
that nigga put that up. He say he don't even need that on the island, nigga. Them young hoes give him powers and shit.
That's his compound V.
Yeah.
Young.
Yeah. Once he get to that island, ain't nothing wrong with that nigga.
Right. That's his blue serum. Would you take compound V?
Nah, I wouldn't take that shit, man. To me, it's like a drug. Power in itself is like a drug. Too much of it, man, it's gonna corrupt you.
Yeah.
I don't need $1 billion. I'd take me about 10 million.
Some drugs can be fun.
Yeah, some of them are fun.
Like
But
alcohol.
crack cocaine,
Oh, yeah, no.
would you do a line of crack cocaine?
No.
It's
I
too
wouldn't.
much.
It's too much.
Some shit too much.
If these soups were real, do you think that you would trust them more or the politicians more?
I'd trust the politicians more.
Mm.
I mean, to be honest, a lot of politicians have good intentions.
You think so?
I think a lot of them do. The issue is they get bought out by these corporations. I mean, even the politicians in the show, the boys, they want to do good things, but it's like Vought won't let them. They try to kill them. They blackmail them. They actually do kill them.
Do you think that's how politicians are in real life? Do you think that most of them are like saying no, but they get blackmailed by corporations? Or do corporations just flash a ton of money and politicians don't really care that much and they're willing to take the bribe? Because I think it's the latter. I think most of them are pretty awful people, especially once you get to higher forms of government, because by then you've already been in the pocketbooks. You know, your local treasurer is probably a good guy that wants to do some good things. Once you get to federal Congress, you probably a piece of shit.
I think it's just one of those things where, like I was saying earlier, the line is blurring between celebrity and politician. So it's like once you get high up, you hardly a politician, you a celebrity.
Right. I
like
mean,
Donald Trump, he a celebrity, bro. Like,
especially because you're getting paid like a celebrity.
Yeah, he's a character.
You know?
And it's like these superheroes on this compound V. Anybody who's willing to take that shit, man, they'll do anything. None of the soups were born that way.
Yeah.
They're all manufactured that way. You give them a drug that gives them power and they become Homelander.
Right.
Too much power corrupt anybody.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens to politicians that just get too much money and power. I want to bring up something though. You know, in the comics, the plane that Homelander lasers with the mayor on it causes 9/11.
Right.
What you think about that, man? Should they have gone that route?
Yeah.
With the story?
I think it would have been cool. I don't see anything wrong with it. It would have been pretty cool to see how they would tackle like covering that up, but I could see why they didn't, because I think it just might feed into like conspiracy theories that they don't want to.
But it's pretty good social commentary.
Oh yeah,
Like the corporations create the problem, then they sell you the solution.
right.
Homelander crashed that plane, and then he said, if we were in the military, that wouldn't have happened.
Right, and that's what sends them to war.
But that was his fault. That's damn near what happened with 9/11.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get into it.
I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, I don't want to get killed or nothing.
Would you rather be Starlight and lose your innocence in exchange to gain power to change things, or keep your innocence but never have the power to change anything?
Let me live in bliss, man, because I already know too much of what goes on.
Right.
And I wish I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Same.
wish I could go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep my innocence. I don't think you can even enact enough change for it to be worth it. Even if you had the power of Starlight, how much has she actually changed since The Boys? Like,
That's
nothing.
true. Yeah. That's
You
very
know,
true.
You can have the power like a MLK,
Get shot by the CIA.
couple bills passed, niggas still fucked up. Would you rather work directly under Homelander or be on Butcher's hit list?
Butcher's hit list for sure.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. I think I could manage. I think I would fare better in a fight against Butcher than Homelander. And Homelander's just one snap away from lasering you to death, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, but I mean,
I could just
you don't
shoot.
have to. You don't have to piss Homelander off. Like
I
you're just
mean-
working under him. There's no like
Sure,
Butcher is actively after you.
sure.
Whereas,
But
like,
I mean,
you
like,
just-
how close are you working under Homelander? Like, are
Like
you
a
his
member of the
assistant?
Seven. You're a member
Oh,
of
you're a
the
member.
Seven.
Well, do I have powers?
I mean, let's say you're translucent.
Translucent. Ooh, man, give me Black Noir, and I'll take my chances.
Oh yeah. Shit, that's
know.
the only suit that Butcher seemed to be scared of.
Real, yeah. If I'm Black Noir, then I'll choose Homelander. But if I'm just like if I'm Huey, I'd rather just be hunted by Butch, because anything I say, even if it's nothing that crazy, he's just having a bad day, and he's just gonna kill me.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
nothing I can do.
I mean,
could always
either
just-
way, you gonna die. It's a matter of
I could just shoot Butch.
nah. I don't think it worked, bro.
I mean, what is
This
he?
dude
he's
been
just a
hunting
dude.
soups for 4 seasons, and he's
Yeah.
still alive. Roll in that motherfucker with a crowbar.
Yeah.
Your ass over with, man.
Would you rather be able to kill Homelander, but you would take his mentality, or not be able to kill him at all?
Yeah, I'd probably not kill him. Eventually, Homeland is gonna kill every human on Earth, I think,
Probably.
or try to.
Yeah, but at least it's not.
But-
I'm not gonna be him.
It's not on my conscience.
Yeah.
Would you rather work PR for Vought for 1 year or be Homelander's personal assistant for 1 week?
Holy crap. Yeah, I'd probably still choose Vought PR, because
Damn.
like, worst case scenario, you just do a bad job and you get fired. Like, you're not gonna get murdered.
What if you get a visit from Homelander?
I mean,
You
I'd
didn't-
really have to mess up. I'd have to do something atrocious,
Yeah.
I guess. But
But being his personal assistant, all you gotta do
Personal?
is like his coffee too cold and you dead.
what if he does some Stillwell stuff?
Yeah.
And
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
like, man, you gotta give me head right now.
You doing it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and if you don't, you die. You gotta do whatever he says.
I think I gotta die.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather just take my chances as a PR guy. I'm just one of like the 10,000 that they probably have, because they got to sweep so much stuff under the rug. Would you rather have the Deep's powers or no powers at all? Would you rather be
I ain't
known
gonna
as
lie, that's fucked up.
Would you
man.
rather be known as the fish guy or just some average Joe?
I feel like the Deep got pretty cool powers. He lame.
Yeah, he's pretty lame.
I'd have his powers.
Yeah.
I'd know what to do with them.
Would you rather have the Deep's powers, but you got to be the Deep, or just be an average guy?
Yeah, at that point, man, just let me be average. This dude in love with fish. If a virus that only affects soups was a viable way to kill Homelander, would you rather kill all the soups, including Homelander, and return the world to normal, or find another way?
Oh man, they gotta die.
I think so.
They gotta die.
I think so.
I think maybe I would feel maybe different if I was like in a relationship with one of these soups. Like if I was Huey and like I had a thing for Starlight, we've been on dates. I'm not gonna lie and say like I would instantly be like, man, you gotta kill these soups. Like I'm human. I probably would say, now we'll have to find another way. But as soon as we get into an argument, man, I'm releasing it. I'm releasing the drug, man. They all die.
You killing all of them. Real shit, man. I like that.
If you guys enjoyed watching this video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And we'll see y'all next week. Peace.